Utility Road South. You are on the fastest route.
Alright.
Yeah. What's this one called?
This one is called Exclusion Zone. This is like a
Ooh.
collection of like
Ooh.
4 different games by Kitty Horrorshop.
Exclusion Zone?
Exclusion Zone.
I think it's Chernobyl Exclusion Zone?
Oh. Let's find out though.
It's a collection of kitty horror games?
Yes.
Are they like smaller than Anatomy was?
I'm not sure. It's like a collection of 4 games, and it's called like Haunted Cities, which is a collection they do every now and again. There's 4 like Haunted City collections. This is one of them. Frankly, I'm a little spooked.
What would you do if you woke up in a place like this?
I'd shit myself.
Oh, dude, I'd be like,
oh my god, we can jump! Yeah! Let's go!
You couldn't do that in the house. Oh yeah, you couldn't do that last time because there's no jumping in the house.
Yeah, there's no jumping in the house. It's not loud.
No running in the house either.
It's a long walk.
Look, see, here's the thing. At this point, I'm just like, okay, what sort of nightmare realm have I gone to?
What kind of Silent Hill shit?
Yeah, at this point, I'd be wearing my options like, man, is killing myself going to be more of a mercy to myself than anything else here?
The worst part would be if you kill yourself and you're still here.
You
wake up and you're like,
what was that one where it was like a dude's like, I do not vibe with this universe, and he snaps his own neck? Uh-oh. What is that?
Based on local history records and the architecture of the region, we are confident that it was a religious structure of some kind. However, its arrangement and composition are unlike any similar religious structures of the era or territory. Despite superficial architectural similarities, previous examination teams have failed to recover any furnishings, artifacts, devices, etc. that would expressly describe the henceforth temple's purpose. And while local accounts, examinations of ambient radiation patterns, and simple visual observations of the surroundings, countryside leave it beyond question that the temple was the epicenter of the devastation, we remain entirely ignorant as to how it was the disaster came to pass. This remains the chief objective of all examination teams dispatched to the exclusion zone.
Whoa.
Look at this fucking background. Look how fucking sick this shit is in the back.
Look at that shit.
That's a fucking wallpaper, man. Look at that.
You know what this reminds me of that I think we should play?
What?
Jacob Geller did a cool video essay on it. It's the one that was based on a Skyrim mod, where if anyone does any crime, everyone dies. And then you're just delving through like multiple levels of civilizations who have died to this before.
That's fucked up.
Like going back even further and further as you keep descending. But yeah, it's like that thing where it's like, I didn't have vibe with this universe, snaps his own neck. And then he goes and it's like, hi, welcome to hell, it's actually not that bad. He snaps his neck again, it's like, hi, welcome to the like the McDonald's liminal space or something. It's like, oh, is it so bad? The ice cream machine doesn't work. He snaps his neck and he instantly reappears. He keeps trying to do it. It's like, dude, this is the lowest layer.
This is as far as it goes. Oh, hey, it's a tower.
What if after you die, you're like 80 or something, and then you wake up and you're 20, you have no memories, and you're in this kind of shit. Adam has activated a Twitch account. The swooping asymmetrical fins of the forward sheltered area have been something of a mystery to previous examination teams. Their shape and positioning perfectly enables them to gather moisture from the air, on balmy days. Back when the climate of the area had not been irreparably changed and such days were still possible. Which is then channeled into the shallow reflecting pools set into the floor in order that they kept filled with water. However, this almost artistic symmetry is not present in any other part of the structure. And such a break in uniformity is in stark contrast to many of the fundamental religious tenets of the surrounding area. But plainly, it seems an ornamental indulgence that makes no sense to us, given what little we know about these who might have occupied this place. One examiner discovered deep channels between the stones at the bottom of the pool, which seemed to run downward some distance, but were too narrow and solid to be inspected further. Theory suggests some manner of save, a mechanism for gathering and storing potable water, or possibly even a cooling system for subterranean parts of the structure, as yet undiscovered. Future examination teams may be dispatched with equipment suited to further exploration of these possibilities.
I'm guessing the entire thing's gonna be like this. We get to a new area, we get an explanation of what they thought.
We're literally just investigating shit.
Yeah, now why is it all fucking abandoned like this?
Yeah. Also, why would you go in here alone?
Holy shit, look at that Ring of Sauron shit.
Well, look at that. Look, I think Celebrimbor is fighting on that shit right now. Dude, dude, and what was that dude from the DLC of Skyrim? Markarth? No, that wasn't it.
That's some Sauron shit over there. I
had his name for a second.
Bro, did you know people are horny for Sauron?
Apparently.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
I don't know how you'd be horny for, like, a ring, but, you know.
I think they mean the giant dude in armor.
Yeah, probably. I don't know, to me, Sauron is always, like, a weird eye.
Yeah, same. Dude, people are probably horny for Gollum. You can't.
Oh, yeah, like, for sure.
So if an ugly bastard exists. Okay, that's a Geiger counter. Do you want to investigate?
Kinda.
Is there fall damage?
I don't want to find out.
Note to examination teams. Extreme caution advised when approaching main tower of temple complex. Ambient radiation at dangerous levels. Protracted proximity to tower heavily discouraged. Eventual fatality is extremely likely. The tower, being the obvious centerpiece of the temple structure, is presumed by most of us to be the nucleus of this disaster. The continuing extremes of ambient radiation originating from the tower's apex prevent approach, which has stymied all direct attempts at investigation into this disaster's most probable epicenter, and by extension, the entire temple's express role in the calamity. This has long frustrated us for obvious reasons. It is exceedingly difficult to piece together the specifics of such a unique event using only secondary accounts, archaeological hints, and speculation. Most believe the answer to everything is waiting there at the tower's highest point, but our curiosities go ever unsatisfied. We have been looking into potential alternative means of inspection, including possible aerial passes, long-range examination from the top, the exclusion wall, the training application of eastern vultures due to their intelligence, manual dexterity, and immunity to most known forms of radiation, and all options failing, complete demolition of the tower at its base with hope of a resultant dispersal or reduction of ambient radiation allowing for approach. So I guess they got, like, Mirak, that was what it was, Adam, thank you. Huh.
Well,
Yeah, you're getting irradiated like shit.
Oh, you hear that Geiger counter?
Yeah, I hear the Geiger counter. Are we gonna investigate that path down there, or are we gonna go into the tower?
Oh, fuck it, let's jump down. Oh.
You hear the snap. You hear like the old Minecraft thing. It's like snap. Oh,
What's going on in here?
what is this? I don't think we're supposed to be here yet.
Oh, you hear that radiation?
It doesn't help that everything gets super pixelated on our screen once we get close to that. Oh. It is reasonable to assert that the exterior area to the north of the main structure was a plot of some kind. Many such monasteries and isolated religious communes of the time featured similar outdoor areas, used traditionally to cultivate a staple crop that the temple's residents could survive on, or used for trade with nearby settlements. However, it remains impossible for us to determine just what was grown here. Soil traces betray no sign of the plants indigenous to the area, or indeed any surrounding regions from which seeds may have been imported. Stranger still, radiation of a kind entirely unique to that modest plot can still be found in the soil, suggesting the growth of some kind of radioactive plant with an extraordinary half-life. Distinct even from the radiation that filled the area in the wake of the disaster. Absolutely no historical accounts of such plant exist in any archive throughout the entire peninsula. Consequently, this small area of ground is of great interest to us. Examination teams are encouraged to check this area thoroughly for anything that may provide further information, no matter how seemingly minuscule. Ooh. Yeah, I think we're dead at this point. I think this is like a lethal dose of radiation.
A little bit.
Oh, we found a gated window room. Wait, go towards that Geiger counter.
Hold on, my earbuds are on backwards. Alright.
It's that lamp.
It's definitely these lamps.
Huh. And the Geiger counter still ticks.
What's up with these things though?
I don't know.
Is that static?
I believe it is.
Why is it staticky?
Is that an ocean of static?
I'm not sure. That's like super far away from the main building though. We should examine the main building more.
Yeah.
Look at that fucking tower, bro. Look at how cool that shit is.
Look at that shit.
Gonna get fucked up with radiation, but we're seemingly just floating nothing concept, which should be fine. We have to go all the way around though, because we jumped off the fucking side.
I don't know, we got some stairs here.
Yeah.
Can't jump that high though.
Nope. We can jump pretty fucking high though.
Yeah, I can't jump that high.
Maybe we're on the moon. Can radiation exist on the moon?
I mean, yeah, solar radiation is everywhere.
Yeah.
Wait, go to your left.
Oh.
I don't like this.
Oh, fuck, look at that.
Oh, look at that. The central chamber beneath the tower would be, by all extent, the part of the temple used for communal prayer and administrative gatherings, such as the case with other religious facilities of the region, all of which feature a similar central chamber. However, given the doubt raised by the actual purpose of the temple, we are disinclined from making such assumptions. One detail we find most curious regarding the chamber is the fact that not a single one of the examination teams dispatched to the exclusion zone has ever recovered any kind of talisman or artifact from within. Nothing so much as a scrap of cloth or particle of ash. While other areas of the temple show clear signs of damage and dilapidation, the interior chamber is immaculate, almost deliberately so. Scavengers are rarely so delicate in their work, which rules out the possibility of the chamber having simply been picked clean by opportunistic locals. Also curious is the fact that despite its location directly beneath a remote radioactive tower, the He was consistently found to be one of the least irradiated areas of the temple. The stone from which the temple is constructed has no particular insulative properties, which makes this something of a mystery to us. We have continued to look into possible causes for this anomaly, but the absolute lack of salvageable materials proved a severe hindrance to our efforts. It's not spinning.
There's nothing here.
Nothing. Do you hear that?
Here on.
That might be just background music, but that like background whirring.
Yeah, I think it's just background music. There's something radioactive over there.
I think those might be the lamps outside.
It might be. Some freaky ass shit.
I don't know what kind of protection that this dude is wearing from this,
I
but
doubt any.
this man is boiling.
Alive.
Yeah, we gotta check out what's over there on the Eye of Sauron looking ass shit.
Bro, radioactivity's fucked. Like, that shit melts you. Like, alive.
Yeah, dude, it sucks.
That shit fucking sucks. There's like the story of the dude like, got like hyper irradiated, and he literally over the course of months he fucking melted alive.
Yeah, your DNA literally breaks apart.
It destroys itself, and you melt until like
Laughs in Nyman. What does that mean? What does it mean to laugh in Nyman? What does that mean, Adam?
What the fuck?
Holy shit. From the recovered notes of Examiner Saturna, deceased, she was wronged. None of this would have happened had her sisters not wronged her so. She would not have been so lonesome, wouldn't have called out like she did. She'd have kept her old worshippers, the ones who knew how to build her temples and channel her stones, the ones that came from where she came from. She wouldn't have had to call out across the sea to a place she wasn't known. They only tried to love her and honor her here. But our stones are not like her stones, and our air is not like her air. And that's what caused it. That's why it happened. I'm sure of it. She will be vilified once her name is learned, and it was her sisters that broke her up and threw her down. Gods above, it makes me want to cry just thinking about it. How long she must have lain there under the sand, hurting and lonely and angry and not knowing what she did wrong. And now this, so much devastation just because she wanted to be loved, and because they wanted to love her and didn't know how. And now she's alone again, wherever she is. But I don't know how to pray to her, even if I could. Maybe just thinking about how sorry I am for everything she's gone through will be enough. I'm sorry, sister. You deserve better. It was not your fault.
What the fuck is this crystal, man?
I don't know, but it's clearly radioactive.
Yeah, but why is it here instead when there's nothing here before?
I don't know. Now we go see the Eye of Sauron. It reminds me of, you know, the Demon Core story where it's just they're just
Yeah.
That one dude was a dumbass though, and it's all his fault.
Yeah, it's all his fault. He got. I wouldn't say he got what he deserved, but holy fucking shit, man.
No, what he did was, it's like, hey, what if I just screwed around with the Demon Core as like a party trick with a screwdriver, and then he dropped it.
Yeah.
Like, we can let this like go for a bit because I need to wait for it to catch up. But he screwed around with it. He dropped it. It was like, oh, and he got blasted with so much radiation. And then he fixed it. And he was like, okay, we need to like mark our position so we know.
All right, nobody move. Holy fucking shit, we're all dead. We're all dead where we stand.
I think
mark this shit down.
I think like one or two people actually survived, but like they got like cancer later.
Of course they did.
But like they didn't die over the weekend, which is what that dude did. He was like, "Oh, dude, I'm dying like right now, like dude, I am literally dead."
The Demon Core is fucked, man. They fucking destroyed that shit for good reason.
Yeah, they just destroyed that shit. Isn't there like there's a place in Russia which is like still off limits because of how much radioactive shit they did?
Yeah.
The Overlook, for mercy, is one feature of the temple which can at least be partially explained. Were it not for the exclusion wall, the Overlook provided a grandiose view of the nearby lake, which is a feature of the temple. The temple shares with all similar structures of the region. All are built in proximity to an inland body of water, generally at elevation, and all feature an overlook of similar construction extending from the main structure and pointing toward aforementioned body. I thought I missed like a "the" there. This is of most interest to us because we at least have some evidence to suggest that the temple was built with the specific purpose of performing whatever unique machinations precipitated the disaster, thus making the construction of an overlook something of a concession. If the temple's original purpose was not the practice of the local religion, then the overlook would be superfluous. Impossible that some of the temple's residents maintain their old beliefs, and therefore necessitate the overlook construction, which opens the possibility that the temple's purpose may not be entirely religious one after all. It has also been suggested that the possibility that it was meant merely as a prop, a visual misdirection intended to convince locals from a distance that atop the lakeside hill was normal and nothing untoward was being conducted. Some of us find the possibility to be somewhat cynical, but it cannot be ruled out.
What happened? I swear all those lights are gone now.
Yeah, everything was lit up, it had color, and everything's black and white now.
Yeah, everything was neon as shit.
It's called the Demon Core, of course it's an evil artifact.
Yeah, no,
so
that shit would be considered like if shit.
Now we gotta walk.
God damn it! No, but yeah, if we like left that and like if we all died for whatever reason and like whatever next sentient like thing came and they find that shit, that's like that shit's some cursed fucking artifact. We like opened to where it is and we all died a week later. That shit's cursed.
Yeah. Dude, like why do you think that there are specific structures built to like in like every single language made like every single language written in every single language and with a key in order to translate it, be like, do not go here, there is nothing of value here.
Yeah, where is that here. In America? Where is that?
I think it's somewhere in like Eastern Europe.
I know it exists, but yeah, they just like they put like so much shit. It's like, do not come in here. Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have to like airdrop the radioactive material because it's just too radioactive at that point.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, America has like a pretty good radioactive waste disposal system.
Yeah.
Europe, especially Eastern Europe, not really.
Yeah, it could have been better.
See, like, I'm a big advocate of nuclear power.
Nuclear power is pretty good.
Yeah. It's just like, you know, the size of a lollipop of material for like 300 years.
You just need to take care of the waste well and not be fucking stupid about it.
No, it's mostly because people think of like Chernobyl and like the 3 Mile Island incident and be like, oh, it's gonna blow up and kill us all. When no, it's gotten exponentially better.
Isn't thorium like better than nuclear power?
Oh, dude, yeah, they don't even use uranium anymore. It's thorium.
Yeah, it's thorium.
It lasts way longer. Is way way cleaner.
It's just objectively better.
It's objectively better. Yeah, and people are just like, I don't like nuclear because, you know, it does this like. Well, no, but
to be fair, like radiation is so fucking scary that they have a point.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Well, I mean, at this point, like they're able to take actually good measures instead of just Instead of just dicking around with the demon core.
Yeah. Like, we know what it does now. We don't have to dick around with a fucking, like, world-destroying artifact.
Especially, like, with the way, like, coal and shit is. Like, dude. Also, yeah, like Adam said, you know what else can blow up and kill us all? Gasoline.
Yeah.
And, like...
Guys, do you know that fucking... It's like that pit in, like... I don't fucking know where, but I think it's like some Middle Eastern country, but like there's a pit that's just forever on fire.
No, dude, that's in Pennsylvania.
Is it in Pennsylvania?
It's I can go there. It's called Centralia, Pennsylvania, a coal mine. Like
No, that's different. I'm talking about a different thing. That's the coal mine that's like that got set on fire and is gonna be on fire forever. But I'm talking about another one that's like in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, because dude, they based
the one I'm
Silent Hill about a place that I can go to.
Yeah.
But you see, here's the thing. Like you can't go there anymore, and I would never go there.
You can't go there because you'll die.
Yes, that's the thing. It used to be a big tourist attraction. Like, you wouldn't actually go into the city. You just go in, like, the road. But then the road started to give out, so it's like, uh-oh.
They're all shit.
Yeah, and so what happened was that, like, dude, if you go there, you will fall into the ground and be stuck there. Either you immediately fall into fire and die, or you're just getting slowly cooked alive inside of the mine.
Yeah. No, but the one I'm talking about is, like, a big-ass hole in the middle of, like, the desert. That's like a big natural gas pit, and like when they dug it up, they were like, "Well, shit. At the bottom of this pit, there's like oil and shit that we can use, but there's a shit ton of natural gas, and there's also like a fucking town over there. So we need to get rid of this natural gas." And some fucking dumbass thought, "What if we set it on fire? That'll get rid of the gas." And then they set it on fire, and it's been on fire for 10 years.
What do you mean they set it on fire?
They just set it on fire. They're like, "Oh yeah, setting it on fire will get rid of the natural gas."
Oil won't burn.
It's natural gas though, and then they just fucking lit it.
Dude, like one of my favorite stories, which I haven't actually finished. I haven't finished reading it, but it's that like, it's that one like national park like thing where it's just like it's a flesh national park.
Oh, that one.
And like, you know, they make a national park out of, and it's just the throat of a creature, and it wakes up.
Yeah. You should read this.
Easily the most baffling of the temple at large is the pair of cairn stones at the shore of the bottom of the steps northwest of the complex. Nearly everything about them seems at odds with the rest of the structure, and with the region itself. They are of a material that eludes identification, which cannot be located anywhere else in the peninsula. Their arrangement, and indeed their very presence, suggests that the clandestine purpose that would be likely considered paganistic. Possibly even heretical when juxtaposed with the dominant religion of the time and territory, and it is obviously too close to the temple to have been kept hidden. The glowing arches lining the stone steps which lead to the shore were found to have been constructed after the temple itself. But the cairns themselves, here though impossible to date accurately, are highly presumed to have been there much longer, suggesting a deliberate acknowledgement of the cairns and the arches' construction. Finally, prior examination teams have found traces of the energetic charge in the air around the cairns, not radioactive, yet with a similar half-life to radiation. And distinct from both the fallout of the disaster and the radiation found in the soil of the plot just north of the main structure. It seems safe to assume the cairns have had little to do directly with the catastrophe. Both their purpose and their existence remain something of a fascination to us. Examination teams are encouraged to check the surrounding area, but are cautioned against protracted proximity. Many examiners who remained in the cairns and immediate presence for more than 7 minutes began experiencing symptoms similar to a combination of radiation poisoning and etheric plague.
What the fuck?
At least one case resulting in death.
What does that mean? Plague?
Etheric plague.
Holy shit.
What does that mean?
Examination complete.
I don't like the noises that these make.
Assessment. No significant new findings.
Are we able to find more?
Return to exclusion wall bulkhead for extraction. Huh. Alright. Oh shit, we can run!
We can
Yeah!
Oh, this would have been useful way earlier.
Yeah, speed boy!
Gasoline's burning.
Speed boy!
Yeah. Yeah, but I like nuclear power. It's neat.
Yeah, that killer's pretty cool.
And people are just like, oh, but solar and wind.
Thorium's a real chat energy, though.
Yeah.
Solar's pretty
Like,
good, too.
Yeah, wind, though, is not that good because, like, the turbines are, like, really shitty.
Yeah, they're also really loud.
Yeah, because they take, like, the most, like, toxic, like, ass, like, lubricant chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
If you can run fast, that means whatever is chasing you can run just as fast.
Or faster.
Parkour.
Woohoo!
You know what I just get randomly reminded of thinking about stuff like this? Doctor Who. There's a specific episode, which is like just a really cool concept, where I think it's like the Peter Capaldi, yeah, like the 13th, technically, or no, technically the 12th. They call it to whatever, doesn't matter. But it he gets like trapped in like this castle, like I guess floating in space. It's like a pocket dimension, and there's just something in there chasing him. He can see it. It's like it's sort of like something covered in like a cloak or a sheet. It's like I don't know what's gonna happen when it reaches me, but it just moves at like a snail's pace. Like it just slowly walks.
Yeah.
And if I run from one, if I run from one end of the castle to the other, I have 82 minutes. I need to. There is a massive library here. I need to figure out how to get out of here.
Yeah. Doctor Who has a lot of fucking good like horror moments in it, like that.
Exactly.
Like interesting, like
half the time.
like weird conditional horror in it.
Yeah, and then he's just like, I have been here for billions of years, running back and forth, evading this thing until I finally gotten out. I just think it's really cool.
Dangerous levels of radiation detected. Beginning quarantine procedure. Stand by for extraction. Oh, game closed itself.
Are there? What if we played again? You know?
No, well, there's a different game.
What's this one called?
It's just interesting. I like that. That was pretty cool. Wasn't as spooky as Anatomy though.
Well, Anatomy is just an entirely different kind.
Yeah, well, like that's like a different like atmosphere of it because like it all takes place in one house. Well, you want to try the other one, or should we do?